It's an overcast day in Tallahassee, so I thought it'd be a good day to make a video of my garage. I wanted to show some of my friends some of my toys. Two main cars there, the Honda and the Nissan Leaf. I pulled them out so we get some light inside. And of course there's the Vespa. The garage is made of plywood, 3/4 inch thick plywood, and it's 36 feet long and 24 feet wide. And it has 3 overhead doors with power openers, as you can see. On the sides we have 2x6 studs and the 3/4 inch plywood on the outside. But that's where I keep all my stuff for the car. Here are some of the tools we have inside. I have bought this mower 4 years ago when we built the house. My circular saw. Here's a tiller. And there's a edger. And there's a fertilizer and seed spreader. The power doors are operated here. The switch there to turn all the doors off if you want. These cabinets were given to me by my friend JP. He was getting rid of them, and one day he just brought them down and said, "I bet you'd like these for your garage." I said yes, and we put them up here. The power comes in from the house. There's a conduit running underground, and I run a 220 line out to here, and then I split it into the two 110s and the 220 to charge the car. I have a little Bose speaker here that runs on Bluetooth, so I can play my songs from my phone. Charger for the drill and a charger for the weed whacker. Okay, I made these shelves out of scrap wood that I had around, but I store stuff along there. Here's the power washer that I use, and one of the few things I have left from back in Pennsylvania is this Craftsman compressor. Here is a crosscut saw, my vacuum. This wheelbarrow's over 15 years old. That's from back in Pennsylvania. Vacuum. There's a camper toilet. And this is my world famous Honda natural gas generator. And other various things like kids seats for the car. This is great. That's actually a compressor refrigerator for in the car, 110 or 12 volt, runs great, can freeze ice cream. This is the 8th seat for our Honda van. The Cobalt string trimmer is excellent. It has a great warranty. They replace everything. And it has a lithium battery. There's our outside fire pit. Here we have some folding bikes. They are just 1-speed folding bikes, very inexpensive, but you can see they fold up into something really small. Okay, going around here, wires and hoses, etc. I have a couple of tables like that we use, and overhead I store the basketball hoop for when the kids come. Here is a aluminum hitch carrier, my regular steel chainsaw. And this actually is a hitch carrier for the motor scooter that I have. I could put that in the back of the Honda van or the back of the camper. Other various tools. One of my favorites is this 12-volt electric brush for brushing carpets in the car. And a 14-gallon gasoline tank. Always good to have gasoline around. I put this apron of 1/2 inch plywood around here. I had scrap and I used that. And the reason for that is behind it are stacked various bricks and that left over from the construction of the house. That goes all the way around. It makes for a relatively clean wall. And I keep the step ladder up here and various tools up on those racks I made of scrap. The place does have an attic that I get in by pulling this ladder down. And when I go up here on the ladder, you can see I have some material stored up here. Not a lot, but it's nice. And this is 3/4 inch plywood. It's just barely 6 feet tall standing up there. And these trusses are designed to avoid having to put posts in the garage. At one time I thought I could just lift this roof up in one piece and put a second floor on, but my builder said he doesn't have the ability to do it, and he would just rip the roof off to put a second floor on. Not my idea of fun. Okay, other toys that I have here. This sweeper does a great job on the yard, sweeping up pine needles and leaves, pine cones. And then I have this one that I bought on Craigslist. It's a yard vac, does a great job picking up smaller items. So that's the contents of my garage. And I'll do a little walk around out back so you can see what it is like. This space here, I'm negotiating with my lovely wife. What I would like to do is I would like to put a carport here for the camper, 10 feet tall, and then on top of that up there would be a guest house, sort of like a loft or a tree house or something to that effect, maybe even a chalet. But it would be about 14 feet wide and about 24 feet long, and it would be up on stilts about 10 feet. I'd like to do that. Notice I didn't say I got approval to do that. Out back in the rest of the yard, you can see our camper sits here and is exposed to the elements, which I do not like. The camper spent its first 12 years inside a heated garage, and so that's it. I have a little cord coming out here. That's where I keep the camper charged when we're not using it. It's becoming citrus season, as you can see. We have 4 citrus trees with fruit on. The one in the foreground there are lemons. The one on the right is tangerines. The one in the back is oranges. And the other one is Nancy's fruit cocktail tree with 4 different fruit on it. They're doing well. Look at those lemons. They're big and they're healthy. But the tangerine tree is great because it has 25 really nice tangerines on. They really get good. The oranges are very good too. The kumquat tree in the middle is only 2 years old and hasn't done anything yet. So this is the spot where I used to have the old metal building that was 24 by 24 with 10-foot doors. Boy, I wish I had that again. I regret selling that. But that was the deal I made with Nancy to get the other garage. That's Nancy's blueberries and blackberries over there. And there's the house. And so that's where we are, and that's my garage. I really like the garage. I wish I would have just made it about 2 feet taller and I could put that camper in. So that's the story. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.